Last month, a precal got their hands on a canister of pepper spray. They blinded a loyalist Prizrak during routine inspection. As a certified Kickstarter addict, my humble key resender is filled with enough side-scrolling chiptune games to fill a lifetime's worth of the Reagan era. Shovel Knight is one of the good ones though, an 8-bit homage that marries old-school platforming with cutting-edge game design. I cry a little tear whenever I lose my hard-earned gold after a clumsy mistake, and I love it. If 2014 had a baby with 1989, she'd look a whole lot like Shovel Knight. This is P0 brand pepper spray. You can equip this for the girl in the bottom left corner of your screen. Each canister contains a single shot. It will temporarily disable guards, but be careful. Before long, they'll be back on patrol and angrier than ever.
Pepper spray here.
Recently, the children in Metamorphosis have become more brazen in their attempts to take things from the Prizrak. Surely, this was Zager's influence.
Let's see what he's got on him. Got it.
Few games make us think about the stories and secrets we all keep hidden from others. Gone Home is a beautiful game, one I found myself ruminating on long after its credits. I found myself thinking on the Overseer's manifesto and his crusade for a more idyllic society. Our relationship with technology provides order and control. Yet, even in a place like this, there are things even cameras can't see.
He almost got me. Zager cassette.
This looks like an old cassette tape. You may find this difficult to believe, but I am actually old enough to remember when these were popular. I remember seeing an old boombox when we ransacked one of Zager's hideouts. However, with the facility's new censorship system coming online, I suspect most of this Zager end will be suppressed. The man enjoyed his salty language, to put it mildly.
Nothing. Can you open this box? You can open this, can't you?
If you find a cassette player as a certified kit, few games. Despite being obnoxious, this poster makes a valid point. The girl is less likely to attract attention if she walks softly. The paranoia is warranted in this case. A precal once found the key to the armory and stole a dozen tasers. It took 7 Prizrak to finally bring him down. Recently, the children This is a battery charging station. Certain Omni abilities will drain the battery on the girl's phone. You'll see her battery life displayed in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Direct the girl to any recharging station to juice up.
Good idea. We can recharge here.
Collected contraband is up by 47% in recent months. For a secure location, you would be surprised by what we find in their pockets.
Welcome to my domain.
Hey there, you just found a data broker terminal. These are located throughout the facility. Any data you collect by scanning items in OmniView can be traded to the data broker in exchange for new Omni abilities. Omni abilities are valuable and assuming control of the girl's environment.
Care to purchase new abilities? Read email exchanges. Lure Prizrak away from the trolls. Listen in on voicemail messages. Monitor Prizrak patrol routes. Sorry to see you go.
Let's see what he's carrying. Got it. Could have been better.
Let them eat cake. Had Marie Antoinette said that to her teammates during a death match in Fat Princess, she probably would have kept her head. In this endlessly entertaining action RTS, eating cake is a means of restoring your character's health. The mission is straightforward enough. Rescue a Rubenesque royal, and feed her as much cake as you can carry until she's too heavy for the opposing team to carry her. Irresponsible eating has never been this much fun. A fingerprint scan. It would be terrible if this got into the wrong hands. They would have a lot of power at their fingertips. Hint, hint.
Let me go! He's already burned. I don't think we should spray him again. Target neutralized. Presrac dropped some items.
This was the best game I played in 2012, but I didn't stop playing it then. I find myself going back to Journey whenever I need a pick-me-up, a reminder that life is a journey, that this world is beautiful, that humanity is good, if given the proper rules to live by.
You can open this, can't you? see the door there? That's where I have to go. If I can get to the library, I can find the librarian. He can protect me.
Hey, Clark, you can sleep when you're dead. Come on. Derringer wants us to lock up the atrium.
I had a dream I won the lottery.
Yeah? What was the jackpot?
10,000.
You gotta dream bigger than that if you want to buy your way out of here.
Now's our chance. Let's go through this door. Okay. Go ahead. Get an exit open. It didn't work.
Hello. It is Cooper again. You cannot open that door with your current version of the OmniView software. You will need to update your software at a daemon server. Upgrade to version 1.0 and you can open this door. Then, you can get the girl to the library. The nearest demon is in the commissary on the other side of the dorms. I will add this waypoint to your map. Proceed with caution.
It seems like you have a plan. What do we need to do?
Settle down, children, settle down. I am as anxious as you are to acquaint myself with Miss Prideaux. She is a most welcome addition to our Republic. And to that end, I would like to present her and all of you With this small gift, a symbol of longevity and the relationships we look forward to watching take root.
Thank you so much, Headmaster. As one who will be so singularly focused on the well-being of these young, bright minds, I am truly humbled. I cannot express how sincerely I am looking forward to getting to know each and every one of you.
That was close. Prizrak left some items behind.
I would pronounce the team behind this freaky little game, but text-to-speech has a hard time with the word Simogo. These guys did some lighthearted games before making Year Walk. When I played this game, it really frightened me. How do you go from such happiness like Bumpy Road to a psychological head trip like this one is beyond me. I hope these guys didn't fry their brains.
I found some pepper spray.
Zager's poisoned manifestos. More fuel for the fire.
What? What is this? Mon Dieu. Banning the children's access to such fundamental literature was not enough. Now he believes these books have been smuggled into the domes. Please let the headmaster know that I shall investigate this, despite his suspicions being not only unwarranted, but mildly insulting.
Madame, do you really want me to tell him that?
All but the last part.
Mireille's liberal arts education is of little benefit in this crushing environment. I wonder if she would even recognize her former, idealistic self.
"390H, my dear, my inspiring pupil. I know you're not accustomed to gifts, but this is more than just some trinket. It is a secret between you and I, and it cannot be shared until we are both ready. So I will keep the key for safekeeping until the two of us agree to open it together. Until then, I hope you will treasure its beauty as much as I do you. And when you gaze upon it, I hope your thoughts will be of me."
Hey, Fishy, you hungry? Here you go. What does the world look like to you? Fishy, I'll tell you a secret. I like a boy who lives on the other hall. The one we call Weep. He sits beside me in history class, and he's adorable. I'm too shy to talk to him. Pyramid flags flutter in the wind. His voice carries above them, singing a promise to lead these men to honor, protect, and love them. From his garden perch, he keeps us secure against the forces of evil. He spares our minds the hollow allure and fraud of Zager's upheaval. The Republic stands and will for all time, safe from ruin or disaster, because he is watching out for us all, our noble and wise headmaster. I'll hold on to this.
The girl has found one of the banned books. The overseer has banned many books inside of Metamorphosis. As the poor librarian upstairs once said, it is better to ban a book than to burn it. Talk about taking lemons and making lemonade. I wonder if there are more books like this one lying around.
almost got me. Prizrak won't be needing these.
A modern game with all the trappings of a great 90s arcade cabinet, mutants. Post-apocalyptic environments. Killer co-op. I like to imagine nuclear throne machines lining every laundromat and corner store. Disaffected youths pushing grannies out of the way, placing quarters to claim their spot in line. The developers at Lambier are the true wasteland kings.
I'll hold on to this.
Japan had the sense to try and then find a translator for dragging this garbage into Japanese. Out there beyond our walls, Lady Chatterley's lover has a reputation as sidekick to hormones in adolescent awakenings. Puberty is a delicate time. We need to cultivate it as a plant in a garden. We cannot teach them control with this floating around. I assure you, we know better than Lawrence.
Going into Pickett's pockets. I got something.
They call Super Hexagon a Twitch game. I doubt even Doc Holliday had quick enough reflexes for this one. I've never gotten farther than 3.5 seconds. It's intense. I don't know if that's because it gives me vertigo, or because of the ominous lady shouting game over every time I die.
Look what your arrogance has wrought. You are destroying the things that make your life meaningful. You are doing this to yourself. And unless you tell me where you have hidden that manifesto, I will accelerate that which you have already chosen to inflict upon yourself. Prizrak, take this precal to confinement.
A Zager cassette.
This looks like an old cassette tape. You may find this difficult. If you find a cassette player,
almost got me. I found some of the Prizrak stuff.
When I play Kentucky Route Zero, I'm transported to my childhood. I can smell the coffee-stained computer in my father's home office. Conway's surrealistic point-and-click adventure is something best experienced on a quiet Sunday morning. As the sunlight pours into the room, I wonder when the developers at Cardboard Computer will release the next episode. I don't mind waiting though. Every new episode is a gift.
I hope they can't see me here.
Some OmniView abilities require battery power and will not work. You will probably find more You may also recharge the or inside confinement.
Got my post secure.
Target neutralized. The Prizrak left some items behind.
Don't let creator Benjamin Rivers serenade you with lies about how this game is just a sci-fi romantic adventure. I know what Alone with You is really about. It's about the time video games were going through an existential crisis, driving around in a Trans Am, feathered mullet blowing in the wind, rocking that new CD player and not truly knowing who they are, or why they're here, or what that disembodied voice is telling them. And that's a beautiful thing.
What's yours is mine.
The body is strange, librarian. Oxytocin and endorphins lead so many to mistake robotic chemical responses for emotional attachments. Worse, though, is what Burroughs promotes. He suggests deviant behavior as a mechanical way around the trappings of societal control. We cannot let people think their bodies are ways around the state. They must exercise the Republic with their bodies in everything they do. Everything. Throw naked lunch in the pile.
got?
Neutralized. I found some of the Prizrak stuff.
Destiny was my favorite jam of 2014. I just want to live in a tight fantasy sci-fi world, blasting away at enemies, dancing in the tower, and taking a breather while in the majestic aurora of orbit. Destiny is the rock and roll of games today. Even its stiff-necked detractors are quietly tapping their toe to its infectious beat.
Prizrak dropped some item.
Gravity Rush is secretly one of the most innovative games from Japan in the past few years. I love everything about this game, the thrill of its gravity-defying platforming, its twisted Parisian aesthetic, and even the name of the heroine's black cat, Dusty. You may not know a ton about Japanese culture, I'm an expert. But Gravity Rush is called Gravity Days in Japan. That's so much cooler.
Can you believe that many regard Whitman, the iconic poet of the American Republic? That alone says enough.
this verbal monument to sensuality and excess, you know that no library except Philadelphia would touch it after publication. Reading it is like watching the man stroll naked through the streets. I, too, sing the body electric, though perhaps more forcefully than even Whitman could enjoy.
Good idea. We can recharge here.
Welcome to my domain. See anything you like. Read email exchanges. Lure Prizrak away from the trolls. Listen in on voicemail messages. Monitor Prizrak patrol routes. Listen in on voicemail messages. Monitor Prizrak patrol routes. Read email exchanges. Leaving so soon.
If the girl needs to circumvent a room full of Prizrak, the vents are a good way to travel.
We need to find a screwdriver. I need a screwdriver to open this. Vent.
Marae.
I gave you a stay of execution, and this is how you repay me.
Marae is coming.
Well, those flickering embers of clemency have gone cold.
There must be another way out of here.
That file is dead, and so have we. So are you when I get down there.
There must be something you can do.
Before we can look to the future, we must look to the one who will lead us there.
The monopolist unifies different industries under the banner of righteous service. To promote the common good. The civil engineer takes what is true, regardless of source, and puts it to use for safety and comfort. The lustful poet's vulgar winds blow down the walls of our house, exploding beauty into decadence. The overseer secures the bonds between us all. Only let him serve, and you will receive. The neighborly policeman gives the children time to settle down, maintaining law and order with rare discipline. Wisely, the politician shows that serving the people is the path to sane obedience. The slothful union man spends more time relaxing beneath the shade tree than sweating atop the scaffold. The working class heroes keep their heads down and their minds on the tasks that edify and advance the human race. The state artist seeks only to educate her neighbors against the ordinary, exposing the beauty in truth.
Okay, let's get out of here before she shows up.
Welcome to my domain. Care to purchase new reveal print applications on the map? Leaving so soon.
Yours is mine.
One of the great terrors of literature is its ability to touch a reader's unspoken experience. But you understand, librarian, a republique requires peace between its citizens. Animal Farm gives voice to bigoted trends we must erase. Its laws separate citizens into different body types, those with 2 legs and 4 legs and wings. It's a short jump from this fiction to realizing that you've never liked the color of your neighbor's skin. This one belongs in a cage.
Come out, child. Easy on yourself.
Nicely done. You are one cool customer. Now you have the Omni software update needed to access the library door. I have set a new waypoint to lead you back to the atrium. Before going back to the atrium, I recommend unlocking a few Omni abilities at this terminal.
Censorship AI to be updated, expanded. Profanity. An assault on young and old alike. Now that has gone too far. You can have my right to privacy. You can have my booze and caffeine and chocolate. But when you take away my right to curse a blue streak, you leave me with nothing to say. For once, in my job, I am absolutely speechless.
Fake passports and foreign currency. The Overseer has an escape plan, even if the rest of us do not.
Mr. Tregler's off. Vice Admiral Matthews of the Pacific Fleet.
Pacific? You're a long way from home, Admiral.
So are you, if I'm to believe the rumors. First time in Washington, sir?
Hardly. I was told General Karnofsky was heading up this project.
The general retired over the holidays. I'm overseeing now, from a military standpoint at least.
I see.
Apologies if I seem hurried. I have a meeting with the new superintendent of the Naval Academy at 1.
That's in 5 minutes.
Like I said.
Well, it's hardly enough time to pitch my vision.
So I've read over your evaluative study, and we've taken your recommendations into account.
Is this a joke to you?
Excuse me?
Your security, the security of your country, is at stake.
Now you listen here. I dedicate my life to the protection and security of the United States. If you think you have a better approach, we'll entertain it. But do not come in here and make threats.
I made no such...
And try to muscle some wildly expensive cryptographic software through the door.
You can pay today to prevent a catastrophe. Or you'll pay tomorrow to clean it up.
Okay. That's a threat. Right there. You get out of my office. Now!
You know what I want. We need a screwdriver to open this vent. I need a screwdriver to remove this vent covering.
It's over.
Rat in a cage.
Welcome to my domain. What would you like? Monitor Prizrak patrol boats. Lure Prizrak away from the trolls. Reveal Prizrak locations on the map. Read email exchanges. Sorry to see you go.
I need a screwdriver to open this vent.
A screwdriver. These are great for opening vents, but they are flimsy and will often break. Hopefully, there's more than one lying around.
Screwdriver. The screwdriver broke. Prisrack. Target neutralized.
You have just found a new battery for the girl's phone. Some OmniView abilities require battery power, and will not work when the girl's phone is not well charged. You will probably find more.
That Prisrack won't be needing these. Let's see what's inside the box. Can you open this? Can you hack this open? I should be safe. I'll be taking this. Good idea. My battery was running low.
display of finality is premature, don't you think?
Derringer doesn't think so. Either that kid's long gone or he's a skeleton in a wall somewhere. Either way, leaving his stuff laying around will only be a distraction.
And this is not. You want our wards to focus on the arrival, and not the poison in those manifestos, correct? Then perhaps such a public celebration of the boy's ability to elude us is counterproductive, no?
Check. Again.
Prisrac left some items behind.
Half turn-based RPG, half Viking soap opera, the Banner Saga really has no business existing, which is why it warms my cold gamer heart that my fellow gamers kickstarted this game into existence. The team at Stoic delivered on their ambitious promises, and helped prove that us gamers can spot a hot new IP even when big publishers cannot.
Oh, the screwdriver broke.
Zager's altered manifesto was still a work in progress at the time of his death. This old-school boombox is ideal for playing back any audio cassettes the girl finds. Zager was always inspired by uprisings. He hoped to inspire those inside Metamorphosis to rise up in similar fashion. Zager called this photo the perfect metaphor for our times. The first photograph Zager ever took. There's an interesting story behind it. He told of it in his version of the manifesto.
You know what? Privacy is dead. But somehow, I'm still alive. It's missing. And someone's been in here. I swear it. I know what you're probably thinking. And yeah, I am paranoid. But you'd be paranoid too if everyone was always out to get you. I swear I put these pictures away before I left. And I scattered everywhere. Maybe was I just drunk? No. Someone was here. I can't stay here. Whoever it was, whoever messed with my stuff, they'll be back. I gotta leave this place. I suppose it was only a matter of time. Keeping a secret from the overseer is hard enough. Keeping a secret room, well, that's nearly impossible. I'm gonna have to burn this spot and move on now. Well, still. This is a life, right? Show me a revolutionary who isn't living in their own and I'll show you a revolution destined to fail. Because when that fateful day arrives and technology betrays us, I'll be well suited for survival. I'll set up shop, string some tin cans together, and I'll start spreading that gospel. But for right now, I can't settle down. I can't. Gotta stay hungry. Gotta stay lean. Living in shadow is a necessity in my line of work. You know what it's like? I'm like that rat scratching around behind your walls. Until one day, you don't hear him anymore. And you sit there and you hope he went silent because he's dead. But in your heart of hearts, you know that rat ain't dead. He's off somewhere, making more rats. Oh, God, this collar. Itchy, man. It's got me scratching like a flea-bitten dog in a patch of poison oak. Not to mention, I've got this clicking in my head that I just can't seem to shake. Bet you the overseer probably put a chip in my brain. Now it's malfunctioning. Figured forcing everyone to wear a collar wasn't enough, so he decides to tag us too. I have got an epic case of cabin fever. I think maybe I'm going crazy. Crazier than usual. I gotta get out of here. I tell you, my mind It's melting. It's dripping out of my ears. It's all this technology, this invisible energy. It's cutting right through me every second of the day. Wi-Fi is killing me, man. It's cutting me down slowly. There's no way to turn my brain off, and no way to keep this guy's gray matter a secret from his prying eyes. Because he's psychic. No, don't say that. Stop saying that. Stop saying that. He has 1 billion cameras in this place, that's all. 1 billion cameras. And they're all aimed at me. Better if they were guns. You know, I'd kill myself if I thought it'd keep him from reading my thoughts. But he'd probably just dig up my corpse, plug out my spine, and shove it into some computer. Is that even possible? Can people really do that yet? Oh, God. My only choice is to keep drinking. Just keep drinking until my mind resembles an overcooked asparagus. I think I'm halfway there, I think. Every brain cell I drown is one less piece of evidence that bastard's thought police could turn against me. Booze is the best degaussing gun. Okay, I gotta go. Remember, don't trust me. Not even anyone. Zager here. I want to apologize for the recent radio silence, but lately there's been a special project occupying my time. See, I'm taking the old man's manifesto and I'm making a few changes. Treglazov may think his words are gospel, but I think he could use an editor. So I'm touching up those beautiful lies with a little ugly truth. All you've got to do is read between the lines. I gotta say, it's actually been easier than you might think. You can't swing a dead Prizrak without hitting a stack of manifestos in this place, so no shortage of raw materials. Oh, and if you're wondering about distribution, well, all I can say is there's a few sympathetic parties down here willing to scatter these new and improved copies around, like drugs on a schoolyard. Good luck rounding them all up, Derringer. Oh, and Treglazov, if you're listening, and let's be honest, you probably are, then know this. The damage is done. My marked up manifestos will soon go into circulation. They will be read. They'll be passed around. Eyes will be opened. Minds will be blown. And there will be no going back. You can't stuff the back in this Trojan horse. So happy reading. This is Zager saying to you, don't trust anybody. Not even me. Oh, but read my book.
The girl should be extra careful going forward. Looks like Mireille knows she has escaped from the brig.
What's yours is mine.
Voltaire suffers from the core flaw of satire. He manifests the very villainy he intends to lampoon. Do we want the women in our République to believe themselves currency in Voltaire's economy of sexual exchange? Intended or no, this preserves ancient viciousness against women and would justifiably lead half our citizens into unproductive rage. Customs agents across Europe once refused Candide passage. We must persevere where they have relaxed.
Welcome to my domain. What are you buying? Monitor prisoner patrol notes. Come back anytime.
Boys' side of the commissary. This is where wheat beats. Why are they spying on the boys? Are they spying on us girls too?
Though this email doesn't mention it, we all know it was the librarian that slipped those poisoned manifestos to the kids.
This is Central. Derringer's folks distributed the new allotment of tasers last night. With all the added precautions because of the arrival, he insisted they be stowed in the lockbox for safekeeping. Passcode is 4118. And watch your step. If you thought the old ones had a kick, you really don't want to be on the business end of one of these new models.
This is a taser model C2CW. It really packs a punch, and will render its target incapacitated for the night. Equip the taser as you would any item in the girl's inventory.
Taser. I've never been over here before. We're not allowed. The headmaster calls it separate spheres. Oh no. And we're so close. There's too many of them.
Howdy, partner. It is me, Cooper. I'm feeling pretty confident since I have gotten you this far. I have a plan to get the girl through the library's security checkpoint. But first, you must proceed to I will explain there. Look for the power station waypoint in OmniView. Looks like one of my colleagues has left a pin code sitting out for everyone to see. I long for the days when basic common sense was a prerequisite for gainful employment.
Station 17, this is Madame Prideaux. Concerning that precal I had interned, 390H. I require more time with this subject prior to her dissection. However, I feel Derringer is bent on challenging my judgment. And after what happened with 933W, I feel compelled to remind you, all children are under my authority. If he attempts to interfere, you will locate me immediately.
Okay, how does it sound? Dear Mr. Derringer, after mentioning this to you in passing, I wanted to send you this letter reminding you of my sincere desire for advancement. I believe I have a lot to offer, and in my current position, I will not be able to demonstrate my true potential. Plus, it's boring. Whenever you have time, I would love the opportunity to discuss my moving to the day shift at greater length. Sincerely, yada yada yada. How's that?
There is an ideal we all live by. A pillar upon which all our collective hopes and aspirations are stacked, extending upwards towards a glorious future. We create symbols to give these ideals power, to remind us to look up, to look forward. Today I give you that symbol with an expectation of the greatness it will inspire. We must remain open to all things while still vigilant against the corruptive forces working around us. Let this symbol be our beacon through the long night, and let it stand as a testimonial once we reach the light of the sun.
He almost got me. I found some of the Prizrak stuff.
The fall is so immersive, I find myself thinking like the protagonist while I play. Let's say I was a sentient Asimov AI, embedded in the suit of a space pilot critically injured in a crash landing. Would I reject my directives and fight for my life? Frankly, it's a dilemma best explored within the confines of the game. The eerie parallels to our current predicament are not lost on me. Wanted. Well, Derringer and the Overseer got what they wanted. A trophy kill. I'm surprised they didn't drag Zager's body through the facility as a warning to all of the would-be revolutionaries. This is an early prototype for a weapon Derringer insisted we need in Metamorphosis. With Zager dead, I'm not sure who Derringer thinks we're at war with, but he bought 5,000 of these things with money from our annual food budget. Hopefully, they are edible landmines.
Cooper, I went looking for you earlier in your little woman cave over there. I shouldn't need to tell you what I found was entirely unacceptable. You were given the added task of overseeing the surveillance monitoring program, because I thought you were man enough to handle the responsibility. However, now that I've been exposed to all that in your office, I'm forced to reevaluate my decision. This is a severe behavioral disorder, Cooper. And in its own way, as screwed up as anything Zager tried to do. I expect you to fix this lapse in judgment before I have to come back with a hammer and a trash bag.
I was given this award for my loyalty to the Prizrak. Ironic, given the current circumstances. They also misspelled my name. Well, when you ask me nicely like that, the great thing about Kickstarter is that we can bring back classic games from the past. I remember playing the Shadowrun pen and paper game in my parents' basement. It was kinda fun. I hear it's much better when you play with other people. Derringer asked me how much money I wasted on this DFA poster. I said it was $10. I lied. Turns out it was $250 on Kickstarter. Worth every penny. As a reminder that Kickstarter is, and will forever be cool, I hang this Shovel Knight poster proudly. The box that I keep my video game cartridges in. If I ever get my games back, I'm going to store them in a more secure fashion.
This? Been better. Prizrak dropped some items.
Cooper here. Now is our chance. Derringer just entered the library's security checkpoint, and let's see what is going on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I'm heading to you now.
Good evening, sir. Watch your step. You may enter the machine at any time.
Are you always an idiot, or just when I'm around?
Sir?
What's your number, you stammering waste of space?
Sir,
I'm not going into that thing. Now, we've been over this before. Turn it off.
But, sir...
Turn it off, or you'll wake up a month from now in the infirmary.
We have to get Derringer and the other. I suggest we create a little chaos in this. Tell the girl to power down. Then, they'll leave the security checkpoint. Then you can send the girl through safely under cover of darkness. Power down the grid now.
I didn't ask you to shut down half of Metamorphosis.
Sir, it wasn't me, sir. It was remotely deactivated in the power station.
What? Someone's tampering with the generator again? I smell a rat. Well, don't just stand there. Alert all Prizrak in the area. Get them to the power station. That means you two done.
But sir, who's gonna man my post?
Damn it, stop asking questions and go.
Was this your plan?
Oops. Okay. So that's not good. It appears my plan has backfired. I should have thought this through better. Now, you must get the girl out of there before Derringer. Sorry about all that. That plan did not go down as I hoped. But, the good news is that we have cleared out the library's security checkpoint. It is safe to send the girl through now. That was impressive. Sorry, I guess I got a little overzealous. If you need my assistance going forward, but it seems you are better suited to helping the girl escape than I am. If you succeed, make sure she doesn't forget about us pathetic souls trapped down here. Best of luck.
I owe you my life. What little of it is mine. Now let's get to the librarian. He'll help us. Please, stay with me.
Who is this?
If you're going to kill me, just get it over with.
Shut up!
Body scanners do not cause cancer. Metamorphosis doctors say fears unfounded. That's a good strong headline. Go print it before we're told otherwise. Say, which do you think would rile the citizens more? The fact that these machines do indeed cause cancer, or the fact that the naked images they capture are being turned into playing cards for the perverse amusement of the Prizrak?
The Overseer seeks to erase nudity from art, even as his body scanners create these vulgar portraits. They don't save the images. LOL.
If I actually wanted you dead, I would have given you to Derringer earlier. Now walk slowly forward, ahead of me, and do not turn around. You are part of something that you cannot understand. There is more going on tonight than these cameras can capture. You took something that belongs to me. You called this interloper and brought them into our Republic. And I will find out why.
A broken collar. The Precal who wore it was also broken by Mireille, and that was before the Prizrak got their claws into him. Derringer has a server with the nude images of every poor soul who stepped inside that body scanner. Except for Derringer himself, of course.
Look at me. Honest eyes do not hide. Mireille Azali Prideaux, July 14th at 0158. Dissection of a Precal. Okay. State your name.
Hope.
State your name.
390H.
Very good. Quit shaking. I'm going to ask you some questions in French. Mireille Azali Prideaux. Dissection of a Precal.
Some doors in Metamorphosis require voice recognition data to open.
I find your English to be too clever. Des mots habiles peuvent camoufler la vérité. Tu sais ce qui arrive quand on ne dit pas la vérité. Qui t'a donné le journal de Zaguerre?
Je ne peux pas vous le dire, madame.
Menteuse! Qui t'a appris cette arrogance? Est-ce que ce traître a un nom? Comment est-ce qu'il t'aide? Qui a piraté notre système? Qui a attaqué nos Prizrak? Qui t'a donné l'ordre d'attaquer nos Prizrak?
Je ne peux pas vous le dire, madame.
Après tout ce que nous avons fait pour toi.
You watch me.
We look out for you.
You lock me up.
We protect you.
From what?
Yourself. The world beyond those walls is dead. And the ones who killed it would not hesitate to do the same to us. We survive only because they do not know we exist. I pray you have not doomed us all, child. What do they know? What do they know about our republic? Que savent-ils sur notre république?
Everything. Whatever you do to me, they'll be watching.
You are late. I found a pre-cow here who has lost her way. There was no need for that. This one, I believe, will go quietly.
She'll call you back.
Stars and our hands are untied. Will you believe me that I love you? Or would a fool like them and beg you again and again to believe me that I want you? And now we both can see trust the truth.
see you. I'm in a bit of a situation here. Locked in. And I'm not alone. What should we do? How do we get out of this room?
Come back. Don't move. Look, you have to go. This goes way beyond you.
This afternoon, please. Color malfunction, so delay down.
Stay here. I'm coming back for you. Welcome to my domain. Care to purchase new abilities? Lure Prizrak away from the trolls. Spot Prizrak through walls. Leaving so soon.
Hello. It's Cooper. Good job getting the girl out of immediate danger. You seem to have a solid handle on things. With the arrival approaching, we're being watched more closely than ever, and so I have to pretend to work. However, I'm installing a help desk in your OmniView display. Select the help desk icon if you need my expertise along the way. Good luck tonight. No doubt, the girl would be doomed without you. So the girl wants to find the library. I hope he can help her, but I fear she may overestimate his This place is changing, evolving into something even more sinister than its original purpose. In searching for the librarian, remember, you have a map. Use it to check out areas you've visited.
Nabokov, a pornographer, whose sins surpass even pornography. Humbert, the moral straggler, does not enlighten. His aesthetic tantrums for nymphets merely confuse. Lolita proffers that the sex drive is bound to perception of beauty, all bound in craven lust for a child. If such a wretch is allowed speech, all manner of perversions will romp through our facility, and with that the twin demons of subjectivity and dissent. Lock it up.
Consumers don't know what they want, or at least that's what a bunch of corporate executives tell themselves every day. In the case of 2D Venia games, most publishers stop funding these so they can focus on crappy mobile games for babies. Thanks to bold indie developers like Tom Happ and Axiom Verge, we don't need no stinking corporation to make the games we want.
Senor Octavo joins Metamorphosis. Librarian is now preeminent manifesto scholar. I met the librarian this morning. He's a sweet man, with his heart sewn directly onto his adorable little lapel. And I do so admire his passion for literature. In a former life, I would swoon over a well-read man. But I hope for his sake, he learns to bury that part of himself. In here, following your passion is the shortest road to recalibration.
Y390H. I see you're admiring our latest installation.
Why do you keep these books away from us? I can handle them.
Maybe you're right. However, there are others in your class who are not as strong as you. And books like those can make them sick. Would it be fair to let you read them, but keep them from your friends?
That doesn't sound fair.
Well then, so are you saying you would prefer that they read them too? Will you have their illness on your conscience?
I don't want that either.
Of course not.
"390H. You must hurry along now. The rest of your class is already inside.
Why does he hold those books away from us, Senor Octavo?
It is the headmaster's belief that those books sully the minds of pre-cals and should therefore be removed from our curriculum.
But that isn't what you believe, is it?
Books like these do not paint a rosy picture of the world, but they are not meant to. They are not paintings of the world we want. They are mirrors, reflecting the world we have.
Thanks for getting me out of there. I don't know what that Brisrack's intentions were, but I'm glad we didn't stick around to find out. The library's just through these doors. The librarian will help us. He'll show us a way out of here.
I'll hold on to this.
Salinger, amateur sculptor of teenage angst. In Catcher in the Rye, he forces us to watch Holden flit from school to school. Oh, poor Eo, tormented by Hera's gadfly. When Caulfield realizes that he, not the institutions, beleaguer him the most, he is truly at risk. Our beloved pre-cows must never know their gadflies and ever rely on their Republique to satisfy. We don't need another Mark David Chapman.
The library. It feels so quiet after hours. It used to be filled with books. The librarian's glasses. His office is up there, 3rd floor. We should go to him now. wish. But don't tell me what it is, or it won't come true.
I wish the headmaster was dead.
Weep. Don't talk like that.
Zager said that someday the truth will rain down on this place and wash away all of the headmaster's lies.
I've never seen the rain before.
Zager wasn't talking about the rain. He was talking about the truth.
I don't care about the truth. I just want to know what rain feels like.
Good idea. My battery was getting low.
Welcome to my domain. Care to purchase new ability? Leaving so soon.
What have you got?
Pepper spray here.
NPR. All's quiet here.
Target neutralized. Prizrak dropped some items.
Part 2 of that game company's journey towards realizing its vision for socially conscious player narratives. In Flower, we embody the wind, guiding a single petal through stunning landscapes. These moments of being one with nature are further punctuated by the drab urban home the player inhabits.
Look, pepper spray.
It seems this door requires Omni Level 2. You can upgrade your Omni View. I'm detecting a demon server near the The nearest approach is from the museum.
right thing to do. Librarian okays decision to protect precals from literary rot.
The librarian's portrait has been taken down. I hope this is only a symbolic gesture.
What's yours is mine.
Ah, Ellison, who lets his nameless protagonist vacillate between conforming as an amnesiac of racial disadvantage and recalling all the doors locked by white hands. Belonging versus integrity. This book keeps open and raw such dichotomies, like festering wounds, while preserving an outdated model of social conflict. Invisible man should remain invisible.
What do you got?
Get your stubby mitts off me!
The girl must be extra. Some of my fellow Prizrak are wearing arc suits. It's protective armor that can withstand a direct taser attack. These guys are trigger happy and won't hazard. Worst of all, their patrols are unreliable. Probably best to keep the girl hidden if you...
Increase the threat level. quiet at night.
To get into the headmaster's office upstairs, we will need his PIN code. I don't have it in my files, but we can recover it. We'll need to answer some security questions first.
False prophet infiltrates Metamorphosis. Masquerading as Prizrak, man brings toxic agenda to our perfect garden. The man's name is Zager, I believe. Daniel Marcus Zager. Apparently he was some kind of journalist on the outside. If the Overseer was smart, he'd label this as an act of supreme jealousy. After all, ours is a nation so wonderful that people risk death to sneak inside. Maybe we should take the initiative and lead with this angle.
The first draft rumbled from my mind and shook the page like a 9.0 earthquake. The pen was merely the needle on the seismograph, recording the shock waves.
Headmaster, over here.
If it isn't my favorite journalist from the Morning Bell.
It was a brilliant speech, Headmaster.
Why, thank you, Miss Sade.
Please, call me Maddie. Perhaps you could tell your citizens a bit more about the arrival. As much as you can state publicly, of course.
Of course, well, in a matter of weeks, we will take our bow on the global stage. The arrival is our world debut, and once it comes to pass, there will be little doubt that though we are a small nation and few in number, we are a force to be reckoned with.
I'm sorry, I had a follow-up, but I just got lost in the power of your voice.
Why, Maddie, please, you embarrass me.
Now, where was I? Oh, right. Your cryptic answers, which I adore, I must add.
Thank you.
But they've left some to speculate that the arrival refers to our ascension as a nuclear power.
Ah, nuclear power. In the 21st century, nuclear power is a contradiction in terms. Let those dying republics split atoms to their heart's content. No, my dear Maddie, what our Republique achieved is something far more impressive. And the mark we leave on the world will last an eternity.
Engaging the subject. Raise the threat level.
He's got me. Unhand me.
What was meant as a warning to Perzrak to be on the lookout for hiding precals is actually a good suggestion for the girl. Ducking behind the plant is a great way to escape detection.
Good idea. We can recharge here.